I'm Jonathan Benhamou. I'm a lecturer at the ETH Zurich Department of Architecture for hybrid techniques for architectural design. I am an architect myself. I have my own firm in Basel. I also teach here at the university in Zurich, in the north of Spain, and in Madrid as well. Architects get physical models from a 3D printer. It sounds like nothing, but for an architect to have a physical model, it's quintessential. So the difference between traditional modeling techniques and more automated modeling techniques is that one is counted in man hours and the other one is counted in machine hours. And the way to interpret how to go about this duality is central to getting the best out of both worlds. 3D printing is a tool the same way as the cardboard is, the same way as the cutter is. Now, some things are better 3D printed and others are better done with cardboard. And with the right filament and the right cardboard, everything goes very well together. To my students, I teach them that 3D printing is an excellent prototyping tool that allows them to use a working model. It allows them as well to multiply themselves. While the printer is printing a document to be shown, the student can be focused on finishing an important drawing. And that way they can start spending more time discussing and sketching and figuring out what the next great idea is, other than having to spend too much time doing repetitive tasks. I started a video teaching platform called 3djohnny.com. There is a lot of softwares for gamers. There's a lot for the medical industry, but there was nothing for us. And I was like, how can this be? We have a machine that can build models. We architects love models. I cannot believe that I Google 3D printing in architecture and I get very little. So I decided to start putting together some kind of course so that I can optimize what the university was asking of me as a docent and what I can actually achieve in the little time the university gives me. So it's all together, and I figured out that we have to separate the technical part of 3D printing and the emotional part of 3D printing. The emotional part you get from the lecture. I sit there and I explain why is this a great idea to do and how are the steps to take. 3D Johnny is a very straightforward short video tailor-made for architectural design so that people know very quickly which are the 3 or 4 commands that are absolutely necessary for them to be able to get into the wave of technology for architectural design. So combining these two together, we get amazing work done by the students where they can learn at their own pace the right things. The best feedback from 3D Johnny is the work of my students. You see with how little time invested, how great the work looks. Last year we made this huge model of Barcelona for the design studio of Andrea de Platzes. I told him we have the possibility of using the analysis part of the design studio you have and pouring those hours into giving the students a block to model. So to model a block in Barcelona takes time, effort, and dedication, not the modeling part. Modeling part it's very simple. You just do a box here, a hole there, and suddenly you have a house with windows. But the time spent figuring out how to model which window and where from very young architectural candidates is priceless. Why should architects adopt 3D printing? I would be very careful answering that because I believe that architecture is a means of expression as well, and as such each architect has its own expressing way. I say that for those architects who are interested in giving tasks to something else, it's definitely something they should pick up. If that is something that interests them, they should definitely go for it. And those who are not keen for those kinds of things, maybe try it out as a hobby. When the time came to pick which printers to get, we were thrown by the amazing community Prusa has, the spirit of the company itself that we get every time we see any video of Prusa. We also picked Prusa because there is this will and core understanding that we are all makers at heart.